So, today's job is we're going to build a roof rack. Now, we bought this little Land Rover that we definitely weren't going to modify, but then we ended up putting snorkels on it, lifting it up, putting a ladder on the back. We've got roof bars on currently, which is what we carry our timbers and plies with, but I want to build something a bit more of a frame rather than just be bars. So, I've got myself some steel here. I'm going to make a very basic rack. So it's going to use the existing mount, but then just be like a rectangular frame that stuff can sit on to help strap it down and make it a bit more secure and all that. So I've got my gear here. How hard can it be? I have actually done this before, just so you know. I actually fabricated a mud guard for the Harley the other day. And I have made a roof rack before. So anyway, I'm going to build a roof rack so you can watch if you want. Detail that I just forgot was I needed to make sure that the welder actually works. The welder was given to me by a subscriber, so thank you very much to that person. But I've not tested it yet, so I didn't even know if it actually worked. But it's all working now. I've done a couple of test welds. What I've also done is took off the cross braces off the roof rack for now, because I'm going to use these tabs here as my braces, because I already know that they're secure. So what I'm going to do first off is just make the actual frame. So it needs to carry 8x4 sheets. So I need an 8x4 rectangle made out of steel, basically. That's what I'm going to do now. Right, so the situation at the moment is just tack welded loosely, although it's better than I expected, to be fair. Welded loosely this angle here. So I've made it overlap on the front, and I'm going to make it overlap on the back also. So this length here is 8 foot. So we're going to get just over 8 foot and then just over 4 foot. So whatever width the steel tubing is, 2.5. Yeah, whatever. So I'm just going to make a rectangle, and then that's going to be the basic frame. Then I just need to map out where the brackets are and then weld some cross braces across there. I'm hoping maybe to get some mesh or something to put on it, so that might help, but we'll see. I'm just going to play it by ear and take it as it comes, but so far that's the setup. Right, first draft. The rectangle is done, completed. The welds are alright, might need a bit of a wipe, but they're fine, perfect. In fact, they're not perfect, but they're not fucking pigeon shit, which is the main thing. So now I've just measured from there to here. Needs to be 1 foot for the brace that goes across the front of the van. And then from this brace, from the front, we're gonna measure 85 inches. And that's where the second one's going to be. Then I'll put a couple more in, and then we're not far off done. Right, so this is the first test fit. It is on. Now I'm going to put a couple more braces across there as well to support it in the middle. I'm going to raise it up a little bit. I'm going to raise it up maybe 1/2 inch on there. And then same at the front. It does go downwards, but that's just the way of the roof of this Land Rover. I don't really want to raise it up at the front to sort of match, but I may do. Not 100%, maybe just lift it up. I think it'll just look odd if I lift it up, so I might just keep it going that way, like that. Again, it's more practical than anything else. That's the main use of it. I don't know, it kind of looks a bit daft going down that way, but I'll have a look at that. Right, so I've just welded these bit of box on, which are going to sit in the front channel over there. But also I've just finished off this little bit here with a penny washer. Just welded that onto the end to create an end cap for that. It's about ready to go on. What I think I'm going to do is leave the box on that side and drill holes in it to go through. but then just drill holes straight through here, rather than lifting the back up as well, because then it'll even it out a bit more. Call it pigeon poo if you want, but I don't think that would constitute pigeon poo. I don't know why it won't weld on it. It won't focus on it. Anyway, not saying it's the best welding ever, but it's not bad to say I'm using a free welder that I didn't even expect to work. So there we go, cross braces in. Not pigeon poo. Not pigeon poo. That bit's not ideal, but that was an afterthought when I came around this corner. But it's a proper weld with a cheap welder. Right, so it's not bolted down yet. I painted it black, and then you can see the risers up on the back there. So when you come down to the side, it's sat much more level as far as the roof goes. Anyway, I think that just going that extra bit just to get these. In fact, those brackets actually fit perfectly in there as well, which is going to make things easier. All I'm going to do is put bolts through, and then it's going to be a bit more difficult to do on this one, but I'll put a bolt through there. That's it. It's been on it for about an hour and a half. Again, it's raining now, so I could take it off and leave it for the time being, but I'm going to carry on and see if we can get it fully on. The other reason I'm doing this is because I've got some aux beam stuff to go on it as well, so I'm going to put some spotlights on the back and on the front across the top, so now I've got something to bolt that to. That looks better than just roof bars. Right, there we have it. That is exactly what this Land Rover needed. It just means that when between the roof bars that were before, some of the wood sagged, especially some of the thinner ply, so now it can all sit on top of this. It's just over 4 foot, so it's these limbs here are 4 foot, and then it's that width as well, so we're able to get straps around it better to strap the wood down, and it goes all the way across. It's got braces in it. I've painted it as you've seen, and then I've just put 1 bolt in here. I don't really need 2 bolts. It just doesn't require it. It's not going to be. We're not lifting the Land Rover with it or anything like that. It's just going to have a few sheets of ply on it, so it's absolutely fine. There's a bolt in the back as well. These bits here are just a bit of foam that I put in while I put it on, so I didn't want it to scratch the paint off while I was doing that. It sticks out a reasonable amount at the front, and then doesn't stick out at the back, so that is sound. I might even try and put the roller back on potentially. I'm not 100% sure yet. Right, so I wanted to incorporate the roller at the back of the roof rack. That was an afterthought, really. I didn't think I'd need it, and I probably wouldn't need it, but I had the roller lying around. It doesn't really incorporate very well, but after some modification, I've come up with this. So I've took this brace out here, this bar across there, and now we've got the roller. So it'll just help with putting sheets on roof, really, but I left these bits like that. I could have cut this off here, really, but I left these bits on like that so that I can still mount the spotlights to there, so I can have the spotlights at the corners like I would have done anyway. So a bit of a make it as you go along job, but it's all on now, and I'm happy with that. I'm about to drive away. That's the main thing. For the sake of a couple of hours, 2 hours job from a bunch of cheap steel to a usable functioning roof rack. That's what it looks like. So anyway, there you go. I'll do. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this little video. Again, just a little side project, a little cheeky afternoon video as additional to the other videos. Don't worry, the normal videos are still ongoing. This is just a cheeky little video. Have a good one. Bye, Felicia.